Welcome to episode 65 of Tools in the Hall. After dark. Stick around. I've got a number of very interesting firearms to show you, including one that is deep and rich with a personal history that I can't wait to share with you. So let's dig right in and start with the more mundane but no less interesting tools. This one is the Lisle Davco filter wrench. This is for the 6-inch diameter Davco fuel housing filter rings. This goes around the ring at the base of the housing so you can loosen it and tighten it. There's also a section here for the vent caps. Look how thick this thing is. This is way thicker than those chintzy thin ones that are going to bend. Once those bend, they're useless. I don't think you're going to be able to bend this. That's not a challenge. I'm just saying, like, through the normal everyday use, you're not going to be able to. And as a result, it's going to last forever, although it does have a lifetime warranty. Right now, they're on sale, too. They're in my flyer for, I think, $38.50. I have not normally seen them at a price that low. Usually, they're around $41 to $45. So save yourself a few bucks if you need one of these, and have that be the last one that you ever buy. You've seen me brag in the past about Sunex's stubby wrenches. They come in a really nice nylon roll-up pouch. This standard set is one of the few standard sets I know of that go all the way up to 1 inch. Starts at 3/8, goes to 1 inch. They do have a metric set as well, and this one is a beautiful full polish set. Rugged little wrenches. You're not going to spread them. They last forever, but they do have a lifetime warranty. I don't think I've ever seen a broken one. And for the price, I think they're $75 or $80 right now. Compare that price to any of the other tool truck wrench prices. There's a lot of value to be had in the Sunex brand. Their wrenches are fantastic. I'm a big fan of Sunex for their impact sockets. They do also have chrome sockets, but I don't think I've ever sold any of those. They do seem to be pretty good quality, though. I haven't yet seen anything from Sunex that I would tend to shy away from. Sometimes I do prefer other brands for certain types of products over others, but when it comes to hardline tools, Sunex is right up there in the conversation with gearwrench too. And for my money, there's a lot of value there. I love having that choice to put either or of their stuff on the truck or to give you a choice as a customer. That's what it's all about. So a customer asked me for a set of stubby wrenches. He's getting this set. He opted for these over the gearwrench or the V8 or the SK ones. A customer texted me a picture he took from, I think it was a Mac flyer, if I'm not mistaken. They had a harmonic balancer puller that looked a lot like this one from Calvan. It wasn't identical, but it matched the specs that was in their flyer. So he asked me to get one for him. I got this one. They have ratcheting legs on them, which is so much less frustrating than using one where the legs just flop around. It's got a 7-ton capacity. It's kind of compact for getting in the front of a harmonic balancer pulley. So great little addition to a toolbox if you're going to be doing that kind of specialty work. And in addition to the puller, I also have, from Calvan, a harmonic balancer installer. With the price of the Calvan stuff compared to the prices of the ones that were in the Mac Flyer, I saved them some money, I think $50 or so on the puller. And the installer, I haven't seen any of the brands of the installer. The only ones I know of are made by or for Calvan that are also made for all the other brands. If you need a basic, and I mean basic, code reader, consider the one from Autel. Plugs in the OBD2 port and reads your codes. You can erase codes, reset service lights with this. It is the most basic of basic code readers. Only costs $70 or $68. For the money, very handy to have. I'm buying this for a customer who normally works on heavy equipment, but he just wants one of these to keep in his car. So instead of getting anything that had any kind of full-blown functionality, he said, just get me something where I can read my codes and reset my lights. He says, and can you do it for less than $70? And I said, as a matter of fact, I can. I'm a big fan of Autel for a lot of things. Their code readers are great. They have a new code reader. It's the MX900, I believe. It has bi-directional functionality. And then one of my viewers remarked on one of my previous videos that Autel upgraded their MX808 code reader to provide it some bi-directional functionality. I'm not familiar with that yet, but I'm very intrigued by that. So I hope to get some more information on that. I'll share it with you when I do. Now, in addition to the Autel code reader, I also have the MS906 Pro diagnostic scanner. I got it all secured in its case there. I don't want to get my fingerprints all over because I have to deliver this to somebody tomorrow. Bluetooth VCI, and it comes in a handy case with compartments to keep all the cables and the accessories. Why Autel? Well, because that one's just like on sale for less than $1,900 right now. And a customer of mine works in a shop who has that same scanner. So he's had a chance to use it, and he doesn't like waiting for it if someone else is using it. And then someone else in the shop bought that same one from me. So this customer had a chance to use his, and he really kind of likes it. And he was asking what kind of deals there were. And right now they're on sale on the flyer. So normally they're $2,100 or $2,200. So he's saving himself $300, $400 on this thing. And the nice thing about that is I can keep it on a truck account for him as long as he meets some criteria for his down payment and what his payoff schedule is going to be. So I'm happy to do that when I can. I'm a big fan of Autel because they have really good support, and their products are very easy to use, simple to navigate. They retain the same interface across different platforms. So whether you have their code reader or any of their scanners, you're familiar with the layout on the screen. So it's easy to choose which functions you want pretty quickly. And a guy like myself that really doesn't know anything about vehicle diagnostics can hook up that scanner, and within a minute or so, I can start reading data from my vehicle. It's that easy to use. So imagine how good you'd be if you actually know how to use a scanner. So when you get one of these things from Autel, just know that your first step is to go on Autel's website, create an account for yourself, and register your device with them. You punch in the device information with a serial number, and that starts your subscription and your warranty. So, the other thing too to remember is if you ever do want to sell or trade your scanner, you can, because that information will follow that device if you transfer ownership to somebody. So it's very, very cool that Autel allows you to do that. That part has to go through the dealer. So you just give me the info. I take that information, I re-register it to somebody else when the time comes, and it's great. I'm glad Autel does that because it lowers the kind of the burden of ownership, where you don't have to worry too much about what your future might hold for you with that unit. If you outgrow it or you want to upgrade it, you can, and not feel weird that if you already have a subscription, then someone else couldn't use that. If you want to do somebody a favor, if you want to sell it to someone and have them continue to roll with it, you can. And their support after the sale is great. I sent a unit to them that was broken, pretty short order. They had it fixed up and sent back. I can't complain about anything that they have ever done service-wise in the past few years. They're also really good at answering pre-sales questions. So any questions you have before the sale, any issues you have after the sale, Autel has proven themselves to be very reliable and capable of providing genuine help. Also from Lisle, this is the 10-piece pneumatic fan clutch wrench set. They have this one and a slightly smaller one. I think the other one is 9 pieces, if I'm not mistaken. It has a rod that you attach to your air hammer and the clutch wrenches that you attach to the other end and impact your fan clutch apart that way. This one here is in the flyer right now for $289.99. One of my customers asked me about this set. He saw the price in the Mack truck and was not happy with it, and it's the same exact Lisle fan clutch wrench kit. So he asked me, what my price was. We compared them. He chose to go with me. I really enjoy having the relationship that I do with my suppliers and my business model because it allows me to sell identical or competing products that all the other tool trucks have, and I can usually save you a few bucks. Brand new from Coast and just in time for Christmas, they have these awesome gift ideas. These are pen lights. These are their G20 models. They have different colors. This one's the orange one, rather the red one. Yeah, that one's red. This one's orange. They have green and blue. I really wish that they would print the image of the light right side up so that it doesn't look upside down when you display the packaging right side up, or vice versa. They've been doing it for forever that way. I don't know why. Great little lights. Non-rechargeable out of the box, but you can get rechargeable power cells for them, and they carry a lifetime warranty. Big fan of Coast for a lot of reasons, as you well know. Their product quality is excellent, and the prices are fantastic. Right now, these are on sale for $25.99. My customer saw my flyer, and he asked me to check to see if it was a misprint. It was not. So he's buying a bunch of different colors of these. And then when he saw them, some other guys in the shop bought a few too, because they're perfect for stocking stuffers at Christmas time. You can't call yourself a tool truck if you don't have meat snacks. We're now carrying, in addition to our Jack Link's beef jerky, the Jack Link's beef stick and cheese and jalapeno flavored cheese, and their XXL beef sticks. These are 18 inches long, 2.2 ounces. The beef and cheese come in a 1.2 ounce package. They've been selling really, really well. I was hesitant to expand our snack lineup a little bit because the beef jerky sells really well. But it always does some good to have an expanded product line, and where people can still get very high quality snack food and spend less than they would on a bag of jerky. You can get the beef sticks, which I think I'm selling these for $3 a piece. These are $5 a piece, and the 3.25 ounce bags of jerky are $9 a piece. Again, it's all tool truck pricing, but when I was looking around to see what I could retail these for, that seems to be fairly competitive. So I'm glad to do it because they've been buying these like crazy. Now, the tool you've all been waiting for, and by all I mean maybe a couple of you at least, this is brand new from Milwaukee. It is their new 1/2 inch high torque impact. Allow me to take it out of the box. First, I'll show you the less exciting of the two tools that are in this kit. The first one is the 3/8 mid-torque impact. This one has 600 foot-pounds of breakaway torque, a nice 3 LED ring light, and 4 power settings that you change by hitting the selector button at the base of the unit. You have 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th setting, which spins down the power in reverse when it breaks something loose, and also prevents over-tightening when it's in forward. Now, something people may not realize about this if they don't read the manual is that, A, these settings even exist, because I have had people that have hit that button by accident and it was set to 1, and they pull the trigger and they say, this thing, it's got low power. And I say, well, you know, make it go to number 3, and now you're at full power. Or they'll have it at number 4, and they'll say, why does it feel funny? And listen here, when you're in reverse, you hear it start on full power, but then it quickly cycles down its RPM, which is what it's supposed to do when you're on the 4th power setting. Just know that those differences are there, and it'll alleviate a lot of confusion. That way, you can use the tool however you want. But if you want full power, full time, just keep it set to the 3rd power position. Now, I'm dying to show you this. This is the new 1/2 inch high torque impact. This is 1 inch shorter, so it's a little more compact than the previous model. It also has a 3 LED light around the anvil. But here's the best feature of this new tool. It has a battery isolator on the mount. This eliminates that free play that was in the batteries when you put them on the base of this tool. And there was a lot of slop there. A lot of guys did not like it. They didn't get that feeling that it was a well-designed, well-engineered tool. I can't blame them. I've never seen it be a functional problem, but if you're going to pay top dollar for something, it better behave like a top dollar tool. Now it does. So thank you, Milwaukee, for that improvement. Now, if I can make a request, Milwaukee, if you could improve the retainer clips in your M12 batteries, that would be a dynamite, because that's another shortcoming, I think, in the battery design of the M12 units. But problems have been solved with the M18 units. And now that they have a new, higher power, high torque half-inch drive, this one's rated for 1,500 foot-pounds. Their old one was rated for 1,400 foot-pounds. They still have 5-year warranties. These batteries have 3-year warranties. And the cool thing about this kit is that right now there's a dealer promotion from Milwaukee that's good through the end of the year. And that is, if you buy this kit, you can choose a free third 5 amp hour battery or an M18 grease gun. So I have been stocking these on the truck. I'm able to sell them for about $150 less than what they're listing for in the flyer. So for around $1,000, you can get your hands on the new half-inch high torque impact, the existing 3/8 mid torque impact, 2 or 3 batteries, or a free grease gun. Get the charger and you also get the bag. So I'm a big fan of everything Milwaukee's been turning out lately. Glad to see these improvements. It's nice to know that Milwaukee is responsive to correcting any insufficiencies in their designs, and this proves it. And now it's time for Tool Haul After Dark. You may be wondering, why do I have a Holosun holographic sight? Excellent question. It is for a Sig Sauer P365. Is this the greatest handgun ever made? I don't know. Discuss amongst yourselves. It needs to be in the conversation. It is 9mm, so it's fairly inexpensive to shoot. It's got good stopping power if you need it in a defensive encounter. It's small, easy to conceal, but the grip is a good size for even average size hands like mine, and it feels awesome. The only thing I wish it had was a compact trigger guard, so you could better wrap your weak hand finger around that. Other than that, it's great to hold, feels wonderful, has pretty decent sights on it. This gives you the regular 3-dot sights with the green sight in the front. But if you're going to be putting a holographic sight on it like this one, it's a great, great defensive setup. Really good carry option. And it comes with 2 magazines. It comes with a magazine assist, so it makes it easier to load. And a couple of backstrap plates so that if your hand is a little bit larger and you need some extra room back here to maybe draw your hand rearward a little bit, choose which plate fits you best. And when you do that, not only do you want to feel for the comfort in your hand, but you also want to see how your finger rests on the trigger. This is a straight trigger. It's not a curved trigger like you see on a lot of guns. So it might take a little bit of getting used to, but you want to make sure that the pad of your trigger finger rests appropriately. You don't want your finger too far back. Otherwise, you're not getting good purchase on the trigger, and you could pull the gun as you're shooting. Or if your finger's too far forward, you could wrap around too much, and you can push as you're shooting. So it's nice to have that adjustability to this gun. A lot of guns do have that feature. Sig Sauer puts in it with theirs, along with these wonderfully stippled grips. This is such a great, comfortable gun to shoot. Buzz. And the way it fits your hand feels wonderful. So this one costs $7.99, and the Holosun sight is $282. So it's a great setup. The customer's not going to have to really do anything else to this gun unless he wants to do something real specific, like maybe even change the color on this. I did get this exact setup in from a customer. Maybe it was a year ago, or maybe it was last spring, where he wanted a Cerakote job done on it. So he brought me this same gun with, I think it was the same Holosun sight on it, and he said he wanted a 2-tone black and flat dark earth, and we sent it off to our Cerakote facility to do that, and man, it came back sweet. I wish I took a video of it. I didn't, unfortunately, but it was great. And this looks particularly awesome in any of the different color combinations you can get it in, but all black looks awesome. Love this gun. Now, I am deeply honored to be able to show you this gun because it's a rich part of a family's personal history and a history of Texas. It's a Winchester model 7264, chambered in .264 Magnum. It belongs to my customer Ryan Moores, who said it belonged to his grandfather, who he never met. So he's got the gun now given to him by his grandmother that his grandfather used for hunting on his ranch many years ago. And his grandfather's family is part of some of the origins of the state of Texas. So this has some legitimate history because it belonged to somebody who was influential in this state from way back when. The wonderful part of this gun is you can see the woodwork can tell so many stories given the patina and the wear that's on it. There is some rust and patina on the weaver's scope that's mounted to it, and a little bit of wear on the barrel and the other metalwork. Now, Ryan asked me to not touch the stock at all because he wants that as is, and I absolutely agree that that's the right way to do this, but I will clean the rust and the corrosion off of this, give it a nice coat of oil and clean it up for him. It has a really cool leather sling with a basket weave design on it, and he asked me to clean up some corrosion on the rivets here. And it's wonderful to me that he entrusts me to do that kind of work with something that is so deeply meaningful to him and his family. And I had a chance to clean some guns for a fellow who also has a deep, meaningful connection with the guns that are in his family because he'll be giving one of his revolvers away to a nephew of his who's graduating military school. And I am so honored to just be somebody who is in between all this and who gets to meet these folks and lay my hands on their firearms and give them a little bit of love and attention so they can mean even more to their future generations in their family as these get passed down year after year and become a legitimate part of people's cultural heritage. So keep watching the channel because we have all kinds of new videos coming down the line. We've got air tool repair videos. I've got gun cleaning videos. I have our regular tools in the haul and, of course, more tools in the haul after dark segments. So do me a favor and click down here now to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, use a tool. Don't be one.